All right, so let's do this a little differently than we normally do. Share the screen. So I've never really watched. Well, it's a little bit closer to me. I never really watched Fallen play like that. I only caught a few of the Niners games, so we're gonna break this down live. Well, not live, but we're definitely gonna break it down a little bit and see what Niners is doing right. Um, I know the AFC Championship game hasn't been played quite yet, so we still don't know what team is going to play. Niners with the West Coast, most with the kind of the staple of cheese offenses is running a lot of gun bunch and multiple D. I mean, multiple D isn't really as cheesy as many would say. There's a lot of value to having 3-4 in this game, and then going nickel and having the nickel adjustments. So what I mean by that is the 4-3 nickel adjustments. So when you're a 3-4 team and you go to some of the nickel formations, when you try to adjust the D line, the edge players won't adjust correctly because they aren't recognized as defensive linemen. Request is they're recognized as outside linebackers. So it causes some issues in terms of if you want a pinch line, spread line. So multiple D, I think, allows you to have it as a 4-3 adjustment so you don't get hit by that. So anyways, we have a NFC West matchup. I don't know if they played twice. I know they played once for sure, and the Niners won. I don't know if the second one was a sim. So Seahawks are no stranger to the PML main stage. They have themselves a Super Bowl win in season 1. So wondering how he adjusts to the various things. So I wish I would have gotten to see that first matchup, but who knows? I know he likes to run the football. I know he's got a lot of talent. I know with no Russell Wilson, it definitely changes the scope of the team quite a little bit. So we'll see how this works itself out here. All right, 3-4 odd out the gate. We're going to see Trevor Lawrence, the Clemson quarterback. This is he's got speed. Kenny Stills, good one. It's definitely a good look. Looks like came out in corners, drops back 15 yards. Oh, almost was a pick on the first play. Is this the corner strike play or is this like it's crow flats? You saw the way they cut in out the gate, so I think that might be coverage specific. It looked like they were running the corners. So some of the better patient passers in this cycle, I noticed Bucks does this a little bit. They like their digs, they like their curls, and you just have to wait, and it requires a lot of backing up and waiting. I don't know if I classify it as cheese, but here you go. Second straight play like this, same offensive personnel, just under center. We're going to go counter, and he gets the edge, juke, and a tackle. Cover 3 twice in a row here. This time bringing 5, and now we're in 3rd and 4. So interesting to see what goes here. Pat Pete is in this game. I know that this game ended up. Actually, no, Pat Pete got hurt. There was a sim, so he can't sub Pat Pete in. I don't think so. Interesting. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4, first big test. Wants to get his personnel in, and I know people might question a timeout this early in the first quarter, but when you've been beat by somebody twice, depending on how their offense is, I know when I was the Chiefs, people could have really saved themselves early by calling these timeouts. So smart play here. We're back in cover 3 again, 3rd straight time. Likes his 2 receiver personnel. He's going to go handoff, play it safe. We'll get tackled, so we'll see a punt. I like this play. You come out, you see dollar or dime. So a bunch of DBs on the field. He came out with a 2 tight end set. So I think he was kind of determined to run it unless he caught a blitz or something that he could alert to. So interesting their first drive. I like the patience there. Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel the patience there in these big games. There's no need to come out and panic and throw a pick there, and then now you're in a bad situation. So trust your defense. especially for a team that struggles to throw the football with how Josh Rosen. So here we go, dive bounce that we've seen many, many times before, and very talented running back, gets a lot of edge. So that was the meta this cycle, and I'm hoping Madden 20 that changes, but we call it dive bounce in the Xbox League. He said, the announcer goes, it's supposed to design to do an outside handoff. It's a dive. So now we actually have an outside handoff, but this offense lives and dies the last 2 seasons off of a med here. So, but I mean, that's 2 big gains of first down on the first one, and you come out and get about, 6-7 yards. If he can establish that run, that's perfect. Get Josh Rosen out of long passing downs as much as possible. The staple of these kind of offenses, 2 running back sets, big well-known Patriots playbook, play action pass, keeps them both in, late crossing, and see how Niners reacts. There is a man open, but not accurate enough. Interesting play there. I've never been one for the Patriots. I know this is a big play that gets used because they allow a lot of protection, and the double crosses are pretty deadly against most coverages, and that did get open, so it'd be interesting to see here. There's another pretty well-known levels play. Normally the running back will be the first look, if not one of these digs, but he's actually going to get a nice contested catch by Lockett. See, a play like this would be really deadly in Madden 20 if he could have hot routed Lockett to more of a post, right? So if you are a Seattle team, have a guy like Russell Wilson next cycle. That's something that's available there that hasn't been available in previous Maddens, which will really change the meta of living in cover 2 there. Nonetheless, he gets the catch. So we're going to get looks like an ISO play. Just a handoff up the middle. Blast was the play, sorry. So 2nd and 7. This is good. This is a good drive. We were playing the Niners, and I haven't really checked too much on the Niners roster in PML, but they're notorious for having a really talented defensive line. You got Thomas, you got Buckner, Armstead. They tend to develop well. Right behind him is Foster, so very talented front 7. So 2nd and 7. This is normally a pick like 9 times. Oof. Yeah, bench is one of the plays that you don't really see good users running. No offense to Seattle here, obviously. He's in the NFC Championship, but bench is just, with the way cover 2 works the cycle, they tend to take out both flats and curls, or corners, flats and curls, and that. Anyways, flats and corners, they tend to take both of them out. So 3rd and 7 here, and definitely want to isolate the user, which he has here with the corner route, but he has it and he drops it. Interesting. It's a nice play call. Just dropped it. That's unfortunate. And an interesting play there by Niners to not use the middle guy. So definitely an interesting play there. Sucks, but you got points on the board, so that's smart play, smart football. Come on, get a stop. Come on, get 3 points. 2 smart play calls by each team on 3rd down. It didn't work out too well. Ooh. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that hurt your heart. Respect to him for going straight up the middle. It is something this cycle that's been a little cheesy. Has been, the all the way across the field kick returns, but this one he took straight up the gut, found the open lane, so respect to him. Well, that's a huge turn. Came out, didn't score first drive, managed the run well, forced a field goal, come out and get 7. Without the offense having to come back out. That's huge. And then what you're doing is you're getting them playing a ton of offense. You call a ton of offensive plays. Sometimes you lose sight and focus of the time, the play, the down, everything like that. Sometimes you get a little bit antsy, especially out of a touchdown. I really hope he doesn't force anything here. He has his speed on the field in Perriman and Lockett. Rolls out right. Don't throw it. Oh, it takes a sack. Ugh. Smart play. I wish I could go back and look at the adjustment there. that he made, but I'm afraid to go back because I've got to edit the video in later. Then it'll be a bad decision. So 2nd and 20 comes out in 5 wide. Hot route slant. I like it. Depends who he's using though. And you can't see. Oh, he's using the linebacker. It's open, but he's going to take off and get him 4 or 5 yards. Pats go wide dig. I wonder if he's using a custom or if that's the Pats play. Oh my gosh, my mic was freaking out. Let me stop here. Come on, Mike. Calm down a little bit. Let's chill. All right. Looks like it's in better shape now. I think it's wigging out for a second. All right. Sorry about that. Little timing issue. In case I have to edit in, we're at 4:33. Punt's about to occur. Bam, bam, and kick. Okay, that was for timing purposes. So, the Niners. I was talking about this the other day. The Niners are such a solid team for next cycle. They made some great pickups. Quan Alexander, who's probably going to be one of those linebackers that has the trait for getting all the athletic interceptions. You're going to see Tevin Coleman on that team, so they've solved their running back issue with the talented Madden running back. Big run there coming out the gate, get the run established with Breida. Receivers are talented. They went and got I think they drafted a receiver. Who did they draft? What's going on with my mic? Ooh, delayed handoff to Breida. I love that play. Ooh, I like to see a juke outside there. That'd be nice, like a little juke out. A little reliant on big nickel here by the Seahawks. So see if he gets out of that. Sometimes you leave yourself susceptible, especially if you don't have a lot of safeties. Like what if you only have 2 safeties that are talented on the team while you're running big nickel. Using ET3 this play. Comes in motion. We're going to toss right. Spin. All right. 2nd and 8. Back in this 2 tight end set that he loves. He likes his receivers. He's got Goodwin on the out. He's going to throw it. Good play. Is that flood play? Flood drive? Is that the play here? It's definitely flood, not flood drive. Little rollout action on it too. Wish I could have gone back and see what he hot routed the tight end on the other side too. He hot routed somebody, I think, with the tight end. All right, we're back to 2 tight end. We're in man. Covered 1, something that the Seahawks can do. Tight end out, hand off to Breida. Late delay tackle, first down. Big drive here. Going up 14-3 here. So special. I like this. This is what you're going to have to do if you end up playing somebody like Natural on defense. A guy that's got such a talented defense. You got to find ways to kind of stretch him out a little bit. The Browns, I played once. I think with the Browns, you really just got to manage this cover 2 and hope Davis Sills doesn't destroy you. All right, we're in the strong eye. Let's get a little handoff formation. Frank Clark makes the tackle. Frank Clark going to be a Chief next Madden, so keep that in mind with your team selection. All right, 2nd and 11. Outside or in the red zone, outside the 10-yard line, a minute left. You got the lead. I think you see patience here. This formation usually ends up in that little halfback toss play. Well, there goes. Stopped well. Definitely OP last Madden versus this Madden. Still has its uses, but definitely was OP last Madden. Yeah, with this formation, you'll see that halfback toss, or you'll see that verticals. There's a verticals route where everything goes vertical and the tight end goes out to the right from that little flexed out spot behind the tackle guard area. It's not OP. It's just especially with the mobile quarterback. It tends to be really tough to stop. So 3rd and 12 in the red zone. Do you force it? Do you throw a quick pass, or you go for a broke here? Doesn't look like he has anything over the middle. Plays it patient. I like it. I like it. That's the mentality that is going to win themselves a Super Bowl. Now, here's what I am worried about. If he ends up playing Baltimore, is the running the football. It's tough to run the football against that team, and he does a good job also at handling rushing quarterbacks. So I'd like to see him be able to get the ball running more, but 10-3 is not bad. This is a confident drive after getting. I don't know if it was 3-and-out that first drive, but this is definitely good to just kind of keep really get the momentum going here early in the second. So Seattle get a zone. So what do I want here? If I'm Seattle, just started the first. I just want points. Obviously, 7 is huge to tie it up. I mean, never going to turn down 7 points. But what you definitely don't want to be doing is find yourself scrambling going in half to try and get points. You are going to get the football back, so you just really want to keep it within 1 to 10 points. Not 1 to 10 points, 1 score to 10 points, right? This is definitely not the play you want there. He's kind of lived out of the cover 3 so far. Having these none of those routes work against cover 3. Not the move there. 2nd and 20 for pretty much a second straight drive. You can't come out and get sacked on first down. You ran the football well in the earlier drive that you went down and scored on. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Do more of that. Don't come out. Your strength is not Josh Rosen, so you shouldn't be coming out and establishing your drive with Josh Rosen. I feel like he's starting to panic here. And now we're at 3rd and 16. A turnover and a touchdown make this a 14-point game, and now you're in trouble, regardless of the fact that you're getting the football back on all this play. Interesting he audibled that. Most people keep the halfback dig route just because it's so hard to play that mesh type concept. A late dig there while walking backwards. I'd say that's kind of a bailout play. I mean, it just doesn't make sense that they're not protecting the sticks there. Corner just kind of not doing anything, and he just keeps backing up like he threw that while backing up. So, interesting. All right, here we go though. You got your bailout pass. Establish the run. Thank you. This is good. This is what we do. You're averaging just shy of like 10 yards a carry, dude. Just come out and stuff it down his throat for the first play of every drive. Like, don't get cute. Don't get in 2nd and 20. 2nd and 2 versus 2nd and 20. Night and day difference. He's living in nickel right now. Keep running the football. That was just unfortunate. He blitzed off that side. If he didn't blitz it manually, they just came in very quickly. But that's okay. Running versus nickel is what you want to do on 2nd and 2. 3rd and 3 is way more manageable than which is tough because of Madden, because base defense is so good. It almost feels harder to run against these kind of coverage. Like 3rd and 3 should be a lot easier than 3rd and 20, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like because the guys are in their nickel or base defenses, it's just so much harder to pass the ball. So, all right, 1st and 10. You just had some successful runs. I'm hesitant to throw here. Look at that run lane. Oh, take off. Nothing. If you don't have it, like that's what you got to remember against cover 2, right? Is if you don't have that deep crossing route, that means there's so much room to just step up and go. Take off, bro. Take off. All right, here we go. Looks like we're in a too high look again. You might see a blitz off that nickel just because of how close the safety is. No, it's cover 3 rotation. Run. I like that. He's sinking super far deep with the user. He's playing the cover 3. Whenever he plays cover 2, they're dropping way back. Like, you got to make him pay. You got to make him step up. I know it's Josh Rosen. I know he doesn't have the legs. Just make sure you're sliding instead of getting into those situations like you did before. He'll scoot up sooner or later. See if he keeps that in mind. Everett. Gerald Everett. Damn. No. Sorry, my wife is FaceTiming her family, and they asked if I was a Trump supporter, which I'm not. Anyways, here we go. We're back in that Patriots formation where they ran that PA crossers earlier. This time he goes handoff. This is what he needs to be doing. That's a big handoff. Oh, no, split close pass is what it's called. I think the difference between that and the other split close is just 2 running backs versus a running back and a tight end. Ew, this play. Halfback wheel. What a bum play. Not a fan of it, but square will be open right here. He misses it. Oh my god. Does he get held up? No. You saw it though, right? You saw square pop open. You just gotta be patient. Halfback wheel so cheesy. It's so predictable because the formation just gives away what they're doing. Like you literally just have to watch out the gate what the running back does, and then you know the post is coming because they're never gonna hot route the post. I've never ever seen in the 5 years that route's been around for Madden. Ooh, down on the box, you got man on Lockett. That's Sherm, though. How do you feel about that? Even then. Toss to Ahmed. Big play. Oof. Yeah, that's got to hurt because you were driving. Damn. Damn. He came out. There was no help over top for Sherm, who's not faster than, I don't think he's faster than 88, 89 speed right now. Versus Lockett. Just beat the press and hope for the best. Damn. All right, Lawrence comes out. They go counter right into the blitz. Reads it. Breida goes up for 9. Good use in the counter to take the time that it takes to hand off to make a read. Sometimes you find dudes that are just waiting for the counter to come so they can cut left hard. I'm pretty skeptical, I mean, this is the 3rd undefeated season in PML. We had the Ravens did it. I did it. So it's not hard to go undefeated in PML, especially with what he wasn't playing the hardest the number of Division I folks or the top of the division folks. Here goes a toss by Breida. He gets punched, almost 2 fumbles in a row on tosses, but he's playing smart. Let's see how he approaches this 3rd and 2. Clock's winding down. I feel like he's going to come out, try and catch him a nickel and run the ball. Seattle's not buying it. They're playing odd. You got speed. You got Pettis. Goodwin. 2 running backs in there. Yeah, I feel like he's just going to try and run it. This play makes sense. Little mountain zone, backdoor screen. Ran the mountain zone earlier. So having that in your playbook is huge. Trying to make him guess. And that's something that's going to be really highlighted in the next Madden is making folks guess. All right, here we go. Counter again. Interesting to see no spin because that's 6 if he spins or if he slows down and lets Juice take ET3. Staples of the San Francisco offense is the counter, the motion zone, plays there out of the shotgun, keeping them guessing. We haven't seen too many repeating pass concepts. He's definitely patient. He definitely runs concepts reads versus like hot routing himself to death. Seattle's got to adjust here. That fumble hurts his heart, but stopping a score before halftime to get the football back would be huge. Draw there. Another draw. We've seen a couple draws so far. Breida's up to almost 50 on 8 carries. All right, here we are. He did the motion zone last time he did this with the tight end. Goes back to it. Is he actually going to throw it this time? Nope. Goes straight to the handoff. Another thing to remember is if you don't mix it up, it's going to be too easy to tell what you're doing, right? Like we picked it up here just now. Last time we saw the tight end act there in the backfield, he ran the motion inside zone. So at some point, you got to run the motion throw, bubble screen to the tight. Otherwise, you're never going to You're never going to get C.J. Mosley out of the gap. All right. 3rd and 2, 46 seconds and running. There you go. Nickel blitz. Interesting here. And here goes the throw to reading my mind. Son, good play call. That's what you got to do. 3rd and 2, you run inside zone a couple of times. You've run this motion inside zone a couple of times. Come out. Catch him in a blitz to the running back's run side, strong side, and then you throw the bubble screen. I love it. I love it. Ooh, big user play by Griffin. That's a big user play. So we're at 30 seconds and counting. He chooses not to use his timeout yet. Second and 12. I love having Kenny Stills in Madden. It's something I do in some of my Xbox leagues. It's just go and get Kenny. Most Miami fans or Miami users don't care for him much. Digs open to Stills. Where's the timeout? Okay. Damn, that's really bad play clock management. You were really getting him in some bad coverages. You're really mixing him up and you settle for the field goal. 3 timeouts, 30 seconds left. You ran 1 play. I don't know. And he's not going to be pressed to get the ball back because he has 1 timeout. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know how this game turns out. So I can tell you whether or not it does matter. But in the scope of the moment, you could have made this a 17-3 football game while he gets the football back. Now he scores just a 3-point game. Just, you don't want to be in that situation. Nonetheless, he did score, so credit to him. So, second half for Seattle. See what he does. I want to see more. Don't do that, bro. Just stick to that run, man. Really don't want to see him coming out panicking. Don't throw it late. This is a bad play, man. This is why you're 3 for 9. Don't just come out and run the ball. That's the strength. That's the strength. You get in that situation like I think the Patriots versus the Jags in the second half in real life a couple years back, AFC Championship game. They were beating them. Obviously, they weren't winning here, but you just gotta do what works. You found what works. Keep doing what works. Don't change it up. Don't let him think. Don't think that he's adjusted yet. Make him forced to look like he's adjusted. Make it to where he has to line a cornerback with Tyler Lockett up that he doesn't want in order to stop the run. Like here, he's staying in too high. He's backing Sherman up every play like he's scared. Oh, don't throw it. Wow. Panic. Straight panic here. Doesn't have the arm strength to do that for Josh Rosen. Is it the right route to beat the right coverage? Sure, but you didn't throw it between the safeties. You tried to overtop the safeties, which is really what you can't do in cover 2 unless you have a cannon of an arm or a speedy receiver, and that he had neither there. Don't panic. Oh, man. Damn. It's been a minute. You've already given him the football back on his own 38. Damn. Action pass. Doesn't have anything. Patience plays. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Back to his staple offense of 2 tight ends in the gun, 2 receivers. It's good offense. Patient run, 3rd and 6 here. This is huge for Seattle. You really don't want to give up really anything. This is a big stop. I mean, so far, think about it. Outside of the drive in the second half, the Niners really hasn't done much on the offensive side of the football, just the kick return. So you can feel confident in here, but you definitely don't want him to getting in the rhythm. So 5 wide here. He's got the underneath. Big play there. Patient read. How do you combat 5 wide here? Hard flat's tough. Zone's tough because they're just dropping back. Man's tough because if one dude gets beat, it's a wrap, and Madden sensitive let that dude get beat all the time, especially on the variety of routes. Got the draw here. Smart running lanes there by McKinnon. There's that rhythm we're talking about, draws, counters, little off-time runs to where it gets you dropped back, it gets you in the wrong gap, and he takes advantage of that. He's a real patient runner. Play. Cross the 50. All right, so here's the blitz. He psychs himself out, decides not to do it, gets caught on a D lineman. It's a screen, big play there. Well, it wasn't bad to hop out of the blitz. I don't know if he felt like he's sniffing the screen out or whatever. Blitz definitely would have been tragic in that situation. Second and 10. To cover 2, splitting them way out with these formations. He's going 5 wide. He's got these stretch. I mean, look how many guys are in the box, you know. Big counter run there. It's a big tackle by Griffin. He got a little anxious to cut it outside, but really stretching the defense out. 3rd and 11 here. He's been patient so far. Let's see if he takes an attempt to try and pick apart. Looks like a 2 show 3. He's got good one on the right-hand side, some speed. It might break free, but it looks like he's just going to play it patient. Smart guy. Despite the injury, smart guy. I didn't know he's a field goal range. Interesting. Yeah. 16-3 game could have been avoided if he didn't get anxious and threw that post. Sorry for picking up my chair's movement. All right, play pass. Let's see if he's anxious again. Nope. Plays the cut down to Ahmed, who catches it this time. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Ooh, and then we talked about earlier that D line that they have out there in tonight. Nah, dude, you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. You're not gonna get it. He's gonna stay in zone, play both these crossing routes. You're gonna take a sack. Oh, this is not the play call right now. And a drag on top of this. Ew. Well, we don't even get to see. Topped off sides. That was a bad play call, anyways. Let's see what we get here. 3rd and 8. Most guys they want to live in cover 3 in these situations, so you're looking for a late out if he plays the purple zones in, or a late dig. I don't know if mesh with a wheel is what I'm looking for here. Maybe he's hoping Everett or Lockett pops open late. Nope, he's going to go vertical. Interesting here. Well, this sounds like it's just going to be nobody's open deep, and then nobody's open on the crossers, and then this reminds me of that play earlier he ran bench, where it's just like you run 2 clear outs and then 2 like quick outs, and it's like, all right, well, nothing's open here. What are we doing? Then you stand there, everybody's running like into people instead of getting open. Zone play it's just not logical enough to run that kind of play. You need something late developing. That way, always have a plan in mind, and you have to think about the timing of a play, because you can't read 2 routes at the same time on either side of the field. Crossing routes, that's a different thing because they build off each other. But You need to have a read, and then if that doesn't work, it should clear up a route later in the play. Here we see one of the blitzes. Oh, that's a well-timed blitz. A man was open on the post, a little too late. I like that blitz. Don't like him staying in the big nickel because he was getting dominated earlier, but coming out, 2nd and 15, that's a big play. All right, we're back to the toss play. Let's see if he runs the toss or if he runs the vertical. Nope, he goes somewhere else with it. Is it a design motion or did he motion him? No, it's a design inside zone split. Wonder what he was thinking. Maybe like catch him and get some of the yards back. He does have the lead, so. Yeah, boring game. I'm kidding. I like it. It seems mental. I think the mental battle is being won by San Francisco at the moment. It's that impatient play coming out of the halftime by Niners really is putting himself in a bad spot. I don't like him showing his user so early in the play. That's a big, well, what do I know? User pick. So he goes through that motion. I can't remember if he hot routed out of it. Trying to use it to his advantage this time. It bites him in the ass. So we're going to come out with an early run in the play. That's all right. I don't like him going counter because he hasn't run counter at all. It just hasn't been anything that's worked so far. He did the dive bounce one time, and he hasn't gone back to it. His biggest run of the day, and he hasn't gone back to it one time. People just get so scared to use what works for them. Oh, don't throw it. Oh, did he playmaker it? Ugh, that's ugly. He playmaker. What? Today? He said, is there a party today? Oh, just tell him not tonight. Tell him we had to move it because the EP release isn't going to be till next Monday. Damn. I missed that. Damn. I don't know if that's a factor of running too much with the guy. I don't know if it was a factor of who was going to get it back. Interesting. Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, that looked kind of weird. So I was talking to my wife. Definitely looks kind of weird. That's huge to get the ball back. See what he goes at there. Don't run. It's just the forwards in the end zone. All right, nice running. Stretch once again. Dive bounce has worked once. He hasn't run it yet. Let's see if he runs it again. Straight at the middle with the dive this time. I like that. Give him his 6 yards. Get you a 3rd and goal. Life a little easier. Out here, you really want to go toss. Seems to be the best red zone play unless you have like a truly elite offensive line or you're running the tip that I gave a long time ago, which was aggressive run blocking here in this scenario. Let's see what he gets. Oh, that hurts your heart. It's like somebody grabbed him through his defensive lineman. So now he's. Oh, no. Let's see. 13-point game. It's a 13-point game. Guess it all depends, It's one of those risks that it worked out so good. He felt confident enough in the run blocking last time. Comes back out. Ahmed, the moneymaker on this offense. Now we got ourselves a 10-16 game. So winning the offensive battle has been the Niners. He's been more impressive in terms of getting the plays when he needs the bigger plays, running the football he's been better at. Though there have been a couple good flashy plays by Breida. I'd say the better offensive production has been from the Seahawks. The smarter offensive play calling has been from the Niners, especially the way he was using that motion zone. Yeah, it led to an interception earlier. That's a mental error you can't really have, but now Seattle's in a situation where touchdown wins the game. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, this was the right play call because if he would have missed it and kicked the field goal instead, it would have been a 10-point game. Still 2 scores, not bad going into the 4th. But now, with the risk, he's put himself in a spot where touchdown wins the game against the team that hasn't scored on offense yet. So he sniffs out the screen for the second time to Demaryius, not Demaryius Thomas, to Anthony Thomas. So converted to running back. Now it's second 13. The momentum's starting to switch to the away team. Second and 13. That takes to the fourth. I think momentum isn't in full swing at Seattle, but I do think right now with how well he stopped the screens, how well he stopped the, late developing passing plays, it's really forced him to constantly go underneath the stills. He's going to go back to whatever play he had lined up earlier. This is a flood again. He has it. I don't know if that's a money play. It just makes sense to put the receiver further out because of the timing we were talking about. Like, with him so close, it doesn't really clear the flood out in time for the corner to open up. By moving him out, just the way that it aligns the defense, moves him further away. Blitz is off the left side. Smart check down. So now we're in rhythm. Good two passing plays. Sniff the blitz out. We're back to another play that's a little controversial in terms of the moneyness of it. Okay. I don't think he's running any money plays. I think he's just running notoriously good plays, and there's nothing wrong with running notoriously good plays. I think he knows cover zero is coming here. He hasn't really used her to safety unless it's cover zero, so now you're giving away what you're doing. Make sure if you're going to use her to safety on plays like this. Ooh, good blitz. He just, you look at that and you go, wow, that's a great play. But at the end of the day, if he would have just ran a swing and thrown it at the running back, that would have been the easiest 10, 15 yards. So he trusted his defense there, but if you don't use it to safety in zone, so here we go. Now the smart thing is using a safety, making him think he's got cover zero, and then it's zone. And now after the snap, now he's got to completely rework all his brain. Oh, look at that, a pick. Oh, that sucks with the Bobby Wagner thing, but that's good football. So I don't know if that's his intention, so let's run that back, what he did in our minds. Ran cover zero, use it to safety. I said if you're going to use it to safety and cover zero, you got to use it to safety in zone sometimes too, because you don't want to give away what you're doing by using the safety in only cover zero situations. So then he runs it in cover zero. The guy thinks that it's in cover zero, so he builds his play that way. Once the snap happens, he notices I'm not in man, I'm in zone, and I got to readjust everything I was thinking. Because I was preparing for, on the offense side, he's preparing for man. Snaps the ball at zone, goes to the second read that he may not have checked because he's just kind of panicking because it's not what he thought it was going to be. And then you get an interception by Bobby Wagner. So now we're in a good spot here for Seattle. Plenty of time on the clock, sniffing the red zone. Unfortunate there that the play got stopped. That's just the D line there in San Francisco. So 3rd and 8. This is that wide trail play. So once again, instantly if it's halfback wheel based off of what the running back's doing here. He cut real sharp, so it's this play. And it's just kind of it's a given. These plays and the split close pats and stuff like that, like X drag trail, not Y drag trail, or whatever it was. The running back is the dead giveaway and what's going on that left side running back. He runs an angle. If he runs more of an out, post is coming. And even in that play, if the running back on the other side is running more of a wheel, and whenever they run a wheel out of that formation, a post logically comes from the receiver on that side. So you just know what to expect in terms of what your coverage is. So he reads it there and grabs the pick and gets the football back, and now he can kind of chew some of this clock out like he planned on before he threw the Bobby Wagner pick. That hurts because not only did you drive down and take a bunch of time off, and then you stop and you got the momentum. Now you gave it right back to him, and you give him a chance to drain even more clock. So it's like 2 drives for 1 versus if he would have just driven down and scored the first time. Now, if he drives down and scores, you have to deal with the fact that he scored, and you have to deal with the fact that he got 2 drives worth of clock shifting. So let's see what he goes here. He goes that shift out again. Let's see if it is another corner. Damn, it's so dangerous. Lobs one up. Bench. Why are y'all running bench, dudes? Stop running bench. Bench don't work. There's a reason y'all are both like 8 for 17, 19, 89 yards. Bench don't work, guys. All right. 3rd and 6. This might be levels. We saw him put Lockett in the go. Let's see if he does it with Pettis, or he's going to go with the run. Interesting play there because of what we talked about earlier. 1, Seattle has been just better on the offensive side in terms of getting big plays. It's been a couple times he's missed some big plays, but he's gotten, for the most part, a lot of big plays on the run. Some smart play calls that just didn't go his way. He had the post earlier versus cover 2 that he just did not throw for some God knows why reason. It was wide open for a touchdown. So just clear the mental errors up. Here we're going for a post play. Looks like possibly cover 4. It's not open. Don't throw the post. There you go. I don't hate this run. I hate the play call. I wonder if he's putting the middle linebacker in a deep blue like most folks do in cover 2 to play that post, because he's just got so much room to step up like he did. Don't do this. Don't go to the verge. Don't go to the – don't do it. Oh, he's going to motion him out and snap halfway in the out. Yeah, we're going to the cheese here. Ugh. Cleveland Farrell. Clemson's finest, so. Predictable play calling here. This is like your typical BK play calling, like verticals there, motion out. Like everybody knows what that play is. Everybody should know. Now we're back right in the 4 verse again. Like, at least give me a dig on that left side where you know they're going to be one-on-one. A little shift there. No pressure. Slides to 3. The easy, like, that's like brand new to Madden cover 4, man. Come on, dude. You should know you can't do that. That's like against all-pro CPU plays right there. Back-to-back 4 verts, and you throw the slot in 4 vert. Like, come on, man. You can't run that in the NFC Championship. You can run that in week 4. You can't run that in the NFC Championship. So now we're back to cover 0. Big tackle there by Taylor. I mean, he's done a good job. He hadn't passed for 100 yards. It's not exactly dominating on the run. It's just not – I like gave him the edge earlier in offensive play calling, but both times that he's been in pressure situations, he's just gotten antsy, man. Antsy, he had like 5 minutes there on the clock, dude, for a game-winning drive. You would put so much pressure on him. Damn. And even if you only scored 3, you had plenty of timeouts to get the football back and have another drive where you could either win the game there or score 3 again. Now he's in your red zone, and we're in trouble. Damn, dude. Thomas in the box. I like pressure. Because he's under center, so it looks like he might just run the ball. Oh, yeah. What am I even doing? He's running the football here. Make it a 9-point game. Antsiness, man. Antsiness. And going through the motions and picking the bum plays. Back-to-back 4 verts. Coming out, throwing that latest hell post against cover 2 to start out the second half. Damn. All right, let's see what happens. Well, now's the time to run back. You know what I'm saying? Back. So, all right, here's another thing. 9-point game, I get it. There's not really a perfect thing to run here, but don't come out under center, like center. West Virginia speaking through. Don't come out under center. It's not the time to come out under center, dude. He wants you to run the ball, bro. You got to score 2 times. He wants you to run that football. You could have had that. Damn. This is perfect right now for San Francisco. He knows the only play you have out of here is for Verts. Oh, no. That's ugly. That's ugly. Ugly. Smart play to come out and get your field goal, though. I will give him that. Yeah, Tyler Lockett is such an animal in this game, bro, and I don't get it. No way this game disconnects. Dude, there's no way this game disconnects. Did I miss this in chat? That would have been wild if he returned that. Okay. So here you just got to stop 3 runs. Toss left. Had it. He had the blocking. Why he cut up, I don't know. He had the blocking as a spin move away from sending his ass to the Super Bowl. Interesting. Bad plays on the tosses so far. A lot of cutting back upfield in the linebackers. Saw a fumble earlier by the Seahawks. We saw a big hit by Bobby Wagner, and that one there, bad decision to cut out. Interesting that you're going to go completely over the top zone. You're literally leaving yourself open for anything. Let's see what they go. They go toss again. Speed him to the corner. Spin move. Dude, you're not going to win the Super Bowl if you don't spin. If you don't spin the AI computer, like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl. There's no, like, AFC bros, do not let this dude win a Super Bowl not spin moving. I will be so disappointed in you. I just gave away that he's going to the Super Bowl, but that doesn't matter here. Y'all have already watched it. Big stop there. Ooh, big stop. So where are we at? Field goal puts this game at. Does he make it? Does he miss it? What happens here? Yo. Yo. That didn't look like it was going to be short at all. Oh, my God. Well, here you go. 40 seconds. No timeouts. 60 yards. What the fuck? All right, see what you got here. Run play, whatever. Whatever, dude. He'll let you run that football like that. Come on, son. Play pass. Who's falling for play pass? This game ever falls for play action like that? No fucking. No. Fuck yeah. Why? What? The fuck just happened? Oh my God. You have got to. Oh my God. No way he ran that football just now. Yo. No way, dude. That game did not just end like that. Madden is so bullshit. I get the Tyler Lockett one earlier. You have got to be kidding me. In no capacity should that have happened. Oh my God. 77 passing yards. Yeah, they about to get mollywopped in the Super Bowl. All right, well, that was that. Thanks for watching. If you watch it with me, maybe we could break down, get us going. Excited for the Super Bowl. Maybe we can do this for the the Ravens-Browns game. Another divisional championship game. So excited to see it, and then we'll do this for Super Bowl. Cool.